In 2026, every pressure washing software company is putting AI in their marketing. AI estimators, AI receptionists, AI dispatchers, AI follow-uppers, AI this, AI that, AI everything. And here's the truth. Most of them are marketing fluff. Some are genuinely real and they are changing the way operators operate. But the challenge is figuring out which is the one before you spend $200 on something that doesn't work. This is the video that's going to walk you through 5 categories of AI tools for your pressure washing business: AI estimators, AI voice agents, AI follow-ups, and AI dispatch and routing. AI lead automation is going to be the last one, but I'm going to name the actual products that exist in this category, what's working and what's not working, and give you a recommended starter stack for 3 different scenarios: solo operator, small team, and commercial pressure washing operation. So by the end of this video, you will exactly know which AI tools to invest in for your pressure washing business in 2026. Let's get into it. So let's start with AI estimators, because quoting is the highest frequency action in a pressure washing business. You are sending 15 to 25 quotes a week. Anything that makes faster is real money. The premise of an AI estimator is simple. You take a photo of the property, driveway, house exterior, commercial parking lot, and an AI generates a quote calibrated to your service or price book ultimately, and local pricing suggestions. No tape measure, no drive out, etc. No back and forth going back to that fuck. Here are the products that actually makes this reality and what exists. Quote IQ's AI estimator is probably one of the most mature off the shelf AI estimator in the field service category right now. You upload a photo, describe the service, and the AI analyzes the image and pulls the regional pricing data to build the estimate. It also asks dynamic follow-up questions based on what it sees in a photo. For a solo pressure washing operator who wants AI estimating without configuration, this is the most plug and play option which is available right now. The second one is FieldCam's agents, which is like especially an estimation agent. Different model totally. Instead of a fixed AI estimator feature where you take picture, it makes an estimate, FieldCam lets you configure your estimation agent that fits your specific workflow and how your business operates. So the example most operators start with is the agent watching your meta ads for new leads. So when you are doing meta ads and new lead comes in, the agent pulls the details, drafts an estimate from your service templates, and sends it to the customer automatically. The trade is real. You configure it, and sometimes also the FieldCam team can help you do it. You say that, hey, this is how my agent should operate. This is the skills that it should have ultimately, and this is the strategy. The last option is Jobber and House Call Pro. None of them ships an AI estimator in 2026. They've invested AI in elsewhere like Jobbers, AI Receptionist, or House Call Pro in customer messaging, but estimator doesn't seem a priority as of now. So the honest verdict for AI estimators for a solo operator is going to be Quote IQ, AI estimator, which is the fastest one. You take picture, estimate in and out. If you want something highly customized for your estimates, the way you operate, the way your team quotes especially, then FieldCam's AI agent is the bet, where you can deploy it anywhere. You can sit with FieldCam team and say, this is supposed to be for meta ads, this is supposed to be for our website, etc. And that tool or agent is going to work the way you ask it to. Now the second thing is the AI voice agents, which is booming right now. Avaco, Retail, Vapi, etc., which are standalone AI receptionists, or integrated ones like Jobber, for example. So the problem here is simple. You're working on a customer's deck, the phone rings, and you can't answer it. You lose the lead to whoever they call next. And industry data on missed call lost revenue is consistent. Somewhere between 25 to 40% of inbound calls to a solo pressure washing operator go unanswered, and a meaningful percentage of those calls are buying intent customers. So AI voice agents solves this. They answer the phone, take customer details, sometimes build a quote if you are using something like FieldCam, or they book an appointment, and they do this 24/7. So here are the products that actually make this a reality. So the first one is Jobber's AI Receptionist, which they are heavily marketing. The headline AI product from Jobber. It's real, it's well built, it integrates well into Jobber's CRM. The catch is it's locked behind Jobber's paid plans. The $600 plan for 15 users is where you get it. So unless you are already at a scale on Jobber or you specifically upgrade just for the receptionist, this isn't accessible by default to most pressure washing operators. Good call. The third-party AI reception is built for small service businesses. It costs around $60 to $100 a month. It works with any CRM. Less feature rich than Jobber, of course, but it's accessible to solo operators who don't want to pay heavily. This was the second option. The third one is Quote IQ's virtual call team. It's built into the Quote IQ, handles inbound and outbound, can answer calls, take details, push leads to Quote IQ's dashboard ultimately, and then at some extent help in outbound efforts as well. The fourth option is FieldCam's voice agent, which is integrated into the FieldCam's universal inbox. Now what that means is FieldCam has this one inbox where leads can come from Meta, WhatsApp, text message, phone calls. You integrate Twilio, then any other platform. Everywhere the data comes from into this inbox, and you configure a voice agent which can operate on any of these platforms. So it can be through WhatsApp, like AI receptionist that just does text messaging, or calling for Twilio example. So if you want a dynamic, fully universal one agent which works on any channel, then FieldCam is a bet. If you want something, just a simple starter template, try it out for a month, Good Call is an option. If you are in the Jobbers ecosystem, then Jobbers AI receptionist makes sense ultimately. So these are the few options when it comes to voice agent. It depends on where you are, what you need, and what your budget is ultimately. The third one is AI follow-up and messaging. This category is where I have to be the most honest with you, because this is where the marketing fluff is the thickest. Almost every CRM in 2026 markets some version of AI follow-up or AI messaging. Most of it is templated automation, like fixed knowledge, like scheduled messages that go out on fixed intervals. Like the automation that's been there around 2015, and this, just calling it AI doesn't work like that. Real AI follow-up means the system is reading customers' responses, adjusting the cadence based on the engagement signals, and modifying the tone based on leads behavior. That category is genuinely new, and the technology recently came. So anyone who is saying they've been doing it for a while is just fake. Jobbers follow-ups, which are scheduled automation, templated messages, they don't market it as AI, but it's just scheduled automated follow-ups, like when the estimate is completed, send an email, something like that. House Call Pro has something same, where if a estimate is not approved 3 days after it is sent, then send a reminder, for example. FieldCamp has this in a different way, which is workflow module, which is like N8N or make.com, where you can create your own workflow, where you say that estimate is sent 1 day after it is opened, send this text message. If it's not approved, then do this. If this, then do this. If not, then do this. So you can literally create your workflow and an automation. And this can also mean like when an estimate is approved, automatically send an email to customer asking for a job scheduling option ultimately. So this is where the workflow automation like N8N truly comes into picture. And then there are more emerging AI messaging tools, some startups in the space, some general purpose AI sales platforms repurposed for service businesses, but none of them are mature enough yet. Ultimately, as a standalone module, any software you use needs to be integrated into the scheduling piece of it ultimately. So the honest verdict on AI follow-up for most pressure washing operators in 2026 is going to be FieldCam, because it doesn't only give you the templated response if you want like workflow automation templates, but you can literally sit with the team or yourself, configure what your workflow will be. And this is the technology no one in the industry has today. And that's like 100% guarantee. The N8N or make.com type of automation, you will not find it anywhere. Another section which we are going to focus on is AI dispatcher and route optimization. Now, AI dispatch and routing, this category splits into two use cases: daily route optimization and complex multi-day dispatch. Different products solve different problems. For daily route optimizations, you've got a crew, you've got 6 to 12 jobs in a day. You want them in the most efficient order. This is what the everyday pressure washing problem looks like. And softwares like Upper Route Plan or Optimo Route, etc., they are the most mature AI routing tools in the market, but they are standalone. which takes your jobs, sees the traffic data, and plans out the route. They start with around $40 to $50 a month, and it works with the integration to softwares like Jobber, House Call Pro, etc. The Jobber's route optimization also works a bit on the integration side. They are leaning more into it, they are making their own route optimization tool, but it's just based on what they marketed on their website ultimately. For a complex multi-day dispatch, for example, you are pressure washing company operator, you have multi-day contracts across region, your jobs span multiple days, you have 1,000 jobs to dispatch on a Monday in the coming week ultimately, based on skills, certification, who goes where, and also the route optimization, which is a sub part of the bigger planning problem. This is where AI dispatcher comes into picture, where this is a totally different product with route optimization built in ultimately, and it's built for these complex scenarios where you are literally replacing the need for a dispatcher, reducing their workload, where you are going to chain multi-day jobs together across crews and territories, handle job splitting, matching technicians skills to job type, and for 95% of washing operators this is overkill. For 5% of operators who is running commercial contract, thousands jobs a week ultimately, 10 or 15 people crew, and you need to hire like additional 2 people just to put the schedules in place. This is where FieldCamp's AI dispatcher is going to be a game changer. FieldCamp's AI dispatcher is a good thing. It works with Jobber, House Call Pro, Service Titan, Salesforce, etc. and FieldCamp itself, and it can automate 90% of your scheduling. And it has the route optimization like Upper, Optimo Route, Route for Me already built in. So you are not only taking care of route optimization, but reducing your planning time by 90%. So for everyone who is in between like House Call Pro's max built-in optimization and no optimization, ultimately, AI dispatcher trying it out makes sense. Now we are going to see the AI lead follow-up automation tools ultimately, who can help, like for example, the workflows that take a lead that is coming from Google Ads, Nextdoor, your website, and process it without your automation. This is the category where operators pain point is the highest. The average pressure washing business spends 2 to 5 hours a week on lead intake, reading messages, copying details into CRM, sending the first response, building the first quote, and AI can help a ton in this area. The meta add to estimate flow is canonical 2026 AI workflow, whereas a lead comes from meta add, they have fill out a form, and ultimately AI is supposed to just reach out to them, make an estimate, and schedule a job. That is the aim for most pressure washing businesses, but here's the tools that make it possible. FieldCamp's agents is the cleanest part to this specific automation. The estimation agent example we have been talking about is exact flow which they give in the starter template, where meta adds estimate to follow-up agent, that is what it's called, can help you automate it without the need for like Zapier or custom like integrations, because FieldCamp has one inbox which we talked about, where leads from everywhere can come in, and you can use their agent platform to deploy the agents anywhere, and they can not only do estimates, but they can do any other thing as well, like scheduling a job using the AI dispatcher. And now no native solution in Jobber, House Call Pro, Market, etc. has this kind of feature, let alone they don't even have a meta ads integration. So you will need to use something like a Zapier to bring in the leads from meta ads into House Call Pro, Jobber, etc. So honest verdict on AI lead automation: if you want automations like who is reaching out fastest to the lead, ultimately a lead has something like an estimate to look at, etc., then FieldCamp's agents is the cleanest path, and Zapier stitch alternatives exist in Jobber, House Call Pro, but they are fragile. You might need a developer to set these things up for you. So what is the starter pack for AI tools for a pressure washing business in 2026? Let's put all of these discussions, ideas, etc. together into the best place to get started. So for a solo pressure washing operator stack, you are the one person, residential routes, 50 to 100, 200K in annual revenue. The realistic AI tools to invest in are an AI estimator and an AI voice agent. Skip the dispatch routing, you don't need it. Your routes are small enough, you can just manage them on Google Maps yourself. Skip lead automation as well, you don't need it as well. For this use case, Jobber's core or House Call Pro Basics will make sense. And if you want more like a AI estimator advanced version, then Quote IQ's AI estimator or FieldCamp's estimation agent might make sense. If you want more just $10 on AI receptionist, then WAPI, Good Call, Retail AI, etc. are good to try. Depends when you try it out what voice AI is highly customized for your workflow. Now the small team pressure washing stack is you have 3 to 5 trucks, mixed residential, commercial, $300 to $1 million in revenue. You need routing and can justify the lead automation as well. So the House Call Pro Essential or the Field Camp Scale tier will make sense for this, where you have the AI estimator built in for the Field Camp. House Call Pro, at least you have the routing and those capabilities in place. And if you want voice agents as well at this level, then of course Field Camp is no brainer, where you can have a voice agent, you can have a lead follow-up agent ultimately. If you are going to use House Call Pro but also need the routing piece, if you don't like the routing piece, then the Field Camp's AI dispatcher can work with House Call Pro at a cheaper plan, which will tick all the check marks as well. Now lastly, if you want one for your scaled team which is highly customizable, you need customizable options, you need AI estimator, you need AI voice agent, you need AI dispatcher, you need workflow automation, all of these things, but it needs to be customizable how you operate. For example, one client doesn't always have jobs, but one client will have multiple properties and you will do a job for each property. This is where the data model customization comes into picture, on top of which you are going to deploy your AI agents and tools. This is the only biggest differentiator Field Camp has. They let you fully customize the data model and deploy these AI agents on it. And the good part is they don't have this predefined like thousands of dollar plans. It's just fully the basic plans which are there, starts at $250 a month. But then you deploy AI agents which are usage based pricing. So as much usage of AI you have in a busy season versus a light season, that's how much you are going to pay. So what's the final verdict and what to skip ultimately in 2026? 3 things to take away from this video. 1. Most AI in the CRM is marketing templated automation. Don't pay extra for it. When the CRM markets AI follow-up, what they mean is scheduled email sequences with variable substitution. That's not AI. It's 2015 technology with a new label. Pay for it because it's useful, not because it has an AI label to it. 2. The AI categories that are real in 2026 are estimating and voice answering. Both have multiple mature products. Both save real operator hours per week. If you are going to adopt AI in your pressure washing business this year, start with one of those 2 categories. 3. For operators who want AI tied into their specific workflow rather than fixed point features, the configurable agent path is the most powerful in 2026. FieldCamp is the only one that gives you the platform to build agents on top of your field service software. So the trade is setup time. Of course, you need some time. You need to train the agent. You need to give a skill how you guys operate. But once you do it, you are literally just automating 90% of your back office operations. So build the stack that matches your scenario from the section we just walked about. And then depending on your size, don't just get into the day. Jobber is talking a lot about AI receptionist. Let's try it out. Actually, just try it out. Try WAPI, try retail, try Field Camp, etc. And talk to the respective teams, sales team, etc. Whoever is gaining your trust, go with them. Thank you.